Let's get back to the Supreme Court, where we understand that a few minutes ago, Kangogo Bowen, the Member of Parliament for Marakwet East, has had his election upheld by the Supreme Court in a litany of judgments that are being delivered by the Supreme Court. Judge Smoking Wanjala. Zuya Walter is on location, and Zuya, we had that declaration that the election of Kangogo Bowen has now been upheld. And of course, the judge saying that indeed the Court of Appeal has had jurisdiction to make the finding that it did. What more can you tell us in as far as this is concerned?
Thank you very much. And indeed, it is the Supreme Court has delivered two judgments, including the one for Bowen, David Kagongo, saying that they had jurisdiction to hear the appeal that was filed by the by Sami Kembweki Kevu. And if we can give you just a brief of this story, it is that the petitioner here in this case, Kikeu, moved to the Supreme Court, challenging a decision of the Eldoret Court of Appeal that overturned the High Court decision, saying that he failed to prove his claims of massive irregularities in the election. So the Supreme Court, that is the Apex Court, has ruled that the area MP was validly elected, and therefore it went ahead and gave us another judgment for Gatundu North constituency, an appeal that was filed by claimant Waibara, who moved to the Court of Appeal, to the Supreme Court again, challenging Court of Appeal decision that the election of area MP, that is Annie Wanjiku Kibeti, so the Supreme Court has disallowed that appeal and declared that the results of the area MP were well announced. So right now, what we are waiting for other judgments that include a judgment for Francis Wambugu Mureidi versus Owino Paul or Ongisi Babu. This is another petition that we are keenly following, remembering that the Court of Appeal again overturned High Court decision that had ruled that Babu Owino was not validly elected. There are other judgments that we expect too, that is for Luanda constituency, that includes Fungu Attack Bira versus IBC and two others. We have another one for Lamu. This is for the one for Lamu East is for Seneca, that is Ibrahim Muhammad and Muhammad Ahmed Koloshi. So the judges are about to get in. Once with the judgment of these appeals, of course, we let you know. And remember that once the Supreme Court delivers its decision, it being an apex court, there's nowhere where the person who loses an election petition will go. So this is the final judgment. Sam?
All right, and Zuya, we see that the Supreme Court now is making those, is delivering those judgments. How much time do they have, bearing in mind that according to the management of election petitions, each court is supposed to spend up to a maximum of 6 months hearing a case? How much time does the Supreme Court have to deliver all the judgments of cases that have been tabled before them?
For High Court, we have 6 months. For Court of Appeal, 6 months. For Supreme Court, we have at least 3 months. So that's why we have all this, around 6 months, I beg your pardon, around 6 months. So the election petitions that are there before the Supreme Court, maybe we expect more judgments to be delivered I'm being told that the judges are about cases, so maybe we can link up after I get the other judges.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Zuya, for that. We understand that the session in the court is back or something like that, or so I suggest we cross over there.
We're going to proceed with petition number 18 of the annual objective versus the IDC and two others as consolidated petition number 20 for 2018.
Yes, we please, Your Lordship. Abubakar for the respondent. My learned colleague, Mr. Binyenya, together with Ms. Velma Mauma, are here for the petitioners, first and second petitioners. We are ready for the judgment.
Before the court are two petitions of appeal, namely petition number 18 of 2018 and Petition 20 of 2018, dated 3rd August and 6th August. Both petitions seek to reverse the judgment of the Court of Appeal, which nullified the election of the appellant as a senator of Lamu County. The Court of Appeal's orders have since been stayed by this court. After the general election of 8th August 2017, the appellant was declared the winner of the senatorial election for Lamu County. He garnered 14,432 votes, which was closely followed by the third respondent, who got 14,374 votes. Aggrieved by the manner in which the election was conducted, the third respondent filed an election petition in the High Court at Malindi. Subsequent to that petition, the third respondent also filed 3 applications seeking production of election materials, scrutiny and recount of votes, and he filed yet another petition seeking leave to adduce additional evidence. By a ruling delivered on 3rd November 2017, the trial judge dismissed all the 4 applications. The third respondent later brought another application seeking scrutiny and recount, but again it was similarly dismissed. No immediate appeal was preferred against any of those applications. By judgment delivered on the 9th February, the election court, Ongeri J, dismissed the third petitioner's petition and held that the Lamu senatorial election was free and fair, thereby affirming the petitioner's win. Aggrieved by the High Court's decision, the third respondent lodged an appeal at the Court of Appeal, raising 13 grounds of appeal. I'll not go into the summary of that. I'm sorry, just go back. The Court of Appeal delivered its judgment on the 12th day of July 2018. On the issue of the appointment of party agents, the Court of Appeal agreed with the trial court that the internal wrangles pertaining to such appointments was between the third respondent